Nothing short of magnificent. That was Tim Smith's Spratleys with Don't You Ale, Flash the Sea to Steam. And before that, you heard Vine. And before Vine, you heard me getting it wrong. So I will start with an apology, Spratleys. And Joe. Hello, Joe.
Hello, Mr. Riley.
Hello. Listen, I'm sorry. There's some fader malfunction in here and brain malfunction. And so we heard something else firing from some other studio or other. But we will try and fix that for Listen Again. And we have got a proper clean feed. So just apologies for that, Joe.
That's quite all right.
Well, it's not really. Okay, before we actually start the conversation now, because there are two sessions coming up, we'll explain exactly what's going on. For those who aren't au fait with the genius of Cardiacs, formed 1977, continued to the June of 2008 when band leader, genius, maverick, all that, Tim Smith, was taken ill, and Tim died in the July of 2020. Okay, so that's for people who aren't aware of Cardiac's history. So, Joe, if you would like to introduce Spratleys for us, please.
Oh, you're welcome. Okay, yes. So to my right is Jesse Cutts on bass. Then we have an ailing Etienne Rhodes. He's got a nasty cold, poor soul. On guitars, I'm here. And then we have Adrienne on keys and the beautiful Stephen Gilchrist on the drums.
Oh, Stuffy. Oh, I'm 200 miles away from Stuffy. That's never a good thing. Well, it is for Stuffy, but it's not for me. Okay, so Joe, you did come and do a session for us previously in the February of 2019, I think it was. But would you like to explain the history of Spratleys? Because it's a band formed by yourself and Tim Smith of Cardiacs.
Okay. Well, we put it together, just started playing stuff in, when was it? Oh, my God. 1997, and it's just really difficult to kind of.
Yeah, I can imagine.
We just started. He just went away one day, and I think he used to hear me singing along to things, and I used to sing along to adverts on the telly. And one day he just kind of, I think we were hungover after the pub, and he said, I'm going to write an album and we're going to do a band. And he just kind of went off for a couple of weeks to his mum's, to his studio, and then came back with this whole manuscript of stuff. And he'd recorded a whole load of stuff, and he took me down there and played it to me, and we got singing on it and got all the singing done really, really quickly. The whole thing, I think, was done in about sort of couple of months or something, and then it went out, and obviously then there wasn't the amazing online presence that there is now. And I think he did it through the kind of Cardiacs mailing list, just literally by post. We got in touch with people, just wrote to them with a kind of letter saying there's this new project out, and would they want to buy it. And about 400 people bought it over the course of, I don't know, a few months or whatever. So, yeah, and then it never got played live, unfortunately. Tim always wanted to do it live. He really wanted to play bass. That was the thing.
Right.
Obviously, on the original, well, on the album, Pony and Hazel, there's an EP. He sings a lot on it. And his main thing about it, that song that we've just played, he said that he could never learn that bass line and play it live. But his main thing was just the fact that he was worried about singing bass and singing and playing at the same time. And
he was many things, but he wasn't Sting, was he?
Huh?
He was many things, Tim, but he wasn't Sting.
No.
You got there eventually. I mean, the thing about we know Cardiac's audience are so devoted, so it doesn't surprise me at all that it took off, and the music itself was, of course, brilliant as well. And so, would you like to explain exactly what Sing to Tim is all about, the concept and how it began?
Well, as we all know, well, not everybody in the world, but you know, Tim passed away after a long illness. So he passed away in 2020. And we all know what was happening then as well. Everybody was in lockdown and all that kind of stuff. So we wanted to put something together. Vic and I were talking about it at home, and we had a first attempt. For obvious reasons, it didn't work out, and then we tried again in 2021. There were other reasons then that it wasn't quite right. We couldn't quite get it together. Anyway, finally, jumping forward to now, you know, it's almost good, to be honest with you, that there's been a bit of distance, because this is happening. It's kind of, I think everyone is in a much more celebratory mood about it. So yeah, it's just Cardiac's family members and past members and, you know, beautiful people have come together with Spratleys, and we've put on this show. We had 3 sold out shows, 2 in the Garage in London, and then 1 in the beautiful Brudenell in Leeds. Yeah, just to celebrate the life of Tim. And then obviously also we lost Tim Quay in the interim as well. So yeah,
it's an emotionally driven project, isn't it? It's, you know, I mean, even doing this tonight and thinking about, you know, the last time that Cardiacs played together was actually for us, and I'll talk to Jim about that a little bit later on. But you just mentioned there the shows